Alrighty. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Prince Zodiac, and welcome to Black Myth Wukong. With the announcement of Black Myth Tiger to be released, I don't think they gave an actual release time estimate, but it is at the very least in development. So, considering how I am probably going to be playing that game at some point, I thought it only proper that before that game comes out, we get the previous game in what is assumedly going to be called the Black Myth series out of the way first. Black Myth Wukong. An incredible Souls-like that, from what bit I've played, was pretty damn spectacular. Definitely challenging, but pretty fun. Now, like I just said, I have played a little bit of this. I never beat it. I never completed it, but I did get partway through. I don't remember how far I actually got in. I definitely got through the first area. I know that. But I don't remember how much farther I went after that. So, who knows? Maybe I'll recall on the journey. So, this Let's Play will be partially known and then shifting into unknown later on in the game. I guess a good mix of my previous Let's Plays even. First of which were the Souls games, which I did know mostly everything about except for a few snafus where I messed up some quests. And then Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which was completely blind. This game is going to be a little bit of both. So, without further ado, let us begin. New journey. God, this intro is so cool. So, for those of you who may not know, Black Myth Wukong is a game primarily surrounding Chinese myth, with the titular character of Sun Wukong, one of the primary, not the protagonist, but certainly one of the main characters of the legendary tale Journey to the West. A fantastic story that I am not fully familiar with, but I am at least partially familiar with. It is certainly an epic tale, and believe me, this setting is very fitting for characters from that story.
My master. Safe. The scriptures. Sound. All I ever wanted was a life in my mountain, free from you and your so-called merits. Those high above don't trust me. I understand that. And they send you and those knuckleheads to threaten me. To obey and serve once more. I understand that too. But what I don't understand is... you bastards killing my kind!
Mark this. He's not just any monkey. He's a monkey of merit. A monkey was made Buddha once. None other than me can challenge him to a duel. Look, monkey. I don't make a habit of fighting someone I've bested before. Here's my offer. If you lose, I'll take you to the Celestial Court. They will stay and level your mountain. But if I lose, I shall certainly take revenge, and they will level your mountain nonetheless. How tragic would that be, huh? You are one of the court. We don't need to resort to violence. How about you bend the knees, admit the wrongs, and we can put this behind us?
All these years, except for that pig, you're the one who talks the tallest tales. Good, I am entertained. Speaking of entertainment, wouldn't it be fun if I pluck your extra eye out for my snack and allow you to keep the other two? Because I'd hate to let you miss how I'll slaughter each mongrel of the court. Those below, those above, and that black mutt of yours. Come at me, all of you.
They gave you many chances, yet you spurned each one. Such ingratitude.
So, Erlang, the sacred divinity. I believe he's also mentioned in the Journey of the West. Well, hell, most of the Chinese mythos at the time is mentioned in that story. Though Erlang in particular, I believe, is part of the prologue, which mostly features Sun Wukong, even though he's not the... Well, I don't know. I guess Sun Wukong could be considered the primary protagonist, even though he's not the sort of head of the journey they go on. Again, I haven't actually read Journey to the West, so I'm not fully familiar with all of it. Just only bits and pieces from, stuff I've heard across the internet, what's been inspired by other stories, like Dragon Ball, that kind of thing. From what I do know, though, I believe Erlang was one of the... Or at least I believe he was the guy who beat Sun Wukong in the prologue chapter and helped seal Sun Wukong under a mountain to finally put an end to his rampage through heaven, which is an incredibly iconic part of Sun Wukong's story. It seems Sun Wukong is yet again in trouble with the Heavenly Court, and Erlang has been sent to do what he did in the past and put Wukong down.
The victorious fighting Buddha. Have you any idea how many would give their everything for immortality?
Immortality? For that word, all realms and beings have ruined themselves.
So, along with our regular light attacks, we also have heavy attacks, and we also have abilities on right trigger. Let's see, Pluck of Many, ooh. The famous duplicates. Ooh, got smacked.
The Celestial Court welcomed you, foul monkey, yet you remain untamed. None shall save you now.
Dear brother, your edge needs homing. Good. I was in need of a back scratcher.
What you doing now, Erlang? And this is just a prologue fight, so nothing too difficult. Hell, I don't even think we have a health bar in this fight, so it's not like we can lose. Still, combat is fluid. Movement is smooth. Which shows you this is a very good Souls-like.
That's all.
Yeah, countered. Feel like all my time with Expedition 33 is gonna has helped hone my timing sense for parries and whatnot. Bring some copies in. Upping the intensity. Get him, Musa! Get him, son! Oh well. I guess.
Foul monkey! Taste my axe!
Brat! You call that a duel? The glare up here is dazzling. Fight me in the woods if you have the guts.
And so ends the last tale of Sun Wukong. A hero who treasured his freedom above all else. Buddhahood he attained, yes, but cumbersome he found the celestial rules, for he yearned to come back and to revel in the simple joys with us. Little did he know, his choice to forgo the life above only fueled their mistrust. This stone has stood for countless days on the mountain. Since my youth, they've said that his remains lie within it. Unbegotten, undying, such is the nature of a stone monkey. Though his body was broken, his spirit endures. Into 6 relics he turned, and separately they escaped, choosing to stay hidden. Those are the 6 senses of the great sage. Yet no one has ever seen them, not in centuries. I'm old now. Venture through all the lands I cannot. Yet among you, there might be one who is destined. One that shall recover all his scattered relics. And upon the return of the relics to Mount Tuaguo, he may yet rise again.
What a fantastic start. Chapter 1. Black Cloud, Red Fire.
On the go, bend the toe, life of human or for gold. Oh, nowhere better than a home. Reach death and ever grow. Huh? Here, you see, what bliss my fate shows.
Luck's around the corner. Seems like he just fell from a fruit tree here.
Perfect timing. This peach knew I needed a snack. You sneaky rascal! Dared fool me? I'll make sure you regret it!
Alright, so now we got 2 guys. We can swap targets with the right analog. And now we're going to perform consecutive light attacks. Basic enemies, easy to take out.
No matter how many times you come around, you're still as mischievous as ever, eh?
I know if tricking 2 wolves into thinking I'm a peach and then beating the shit out of them until they're dead would be considered mischievous, but then again, it's the same kind of trick Sun Wukong pulled quite often. Now, again, as I've already said before, I'm not deeply familiar with the Journey to the West story. I'm only familiar with some parts of it in passing, really. So, while there will be countless references to the original story that I'm likely going to miss, I will point out which ones I see and which ones I notice, as I can, just for funsies. But I'm sure there's going to be countless more that I will fail to see, and that you should seek out yourself, if you can. One part I do know, that whole bit about Sun Wukong being trapped in a circular stone, and him being a stone monkey, yeah, he was just born from a giant rock that hatched into a rock egg, which then hatched into him, or transformed into him. Yeah, Sun Wukong's weird. He's a stone monkey thing. And if ever there were a game genre that could accurately tell his story, it would be Souls-like. Seriously, from what little I am familiar with, the Journey to the West story is filled with so much anime style combat that it is just. Look, DBZ's action was incredible for a reason. Son Goku's inspiration was Sun Wukong, and so was the action. Hello there.
How dare you interrupt my chanting?
How dare I? That's how I dare. Got some beautiful forest that we're wandering through. Seriously, this place is gorgeous. I love the graphics and the art style of this game. Hello there. Charge heavy attack, hold Y to charge and build up focus. Yep. So it just makes our heavy attack more powerful. Deal more damage, stun them. Pretty useful. Hello there.
Report to Lord Nixon.
Now, as far as I can tell for the plot of the game so far, at least, it seems that after Sun Wukong's journey to the west was complete and he became the fighting Buddha, he gave up his heavenly seat and immortality just to kind of chill it back with his homies on his home mountain. And the heavenly courts didn't like that. So it seems they killed him for it. And we, the chosen one, or I forget what our character's actual name is, but do we even have one? Oh yeah, we have enemy information, which I think is really cool. It'll give, there's a lot of really cool artwork and info about a lot of the enemies, as well as inventory. Anyways, I forget exactly what our protagonist's name is. I think it's like Chosen One or something. Something along that veins. Either way, it seems he is determined to gather the relics and either A, resurrect Sun Wukong, or B, become Sun Wukong. One of the two. Although, maybe it's both. Because, if you'll notice, our protagonist does look startlingly like Sun Wukong, so maybe he's going to be reborn as his past self and realize, hey, I was Sun Wukong in a past life, and I just need to gather my powers. Who knows? I'm certainly excited for it. Still, though, while we do have lesser Yao Guais here, why don't we read over them for fun? Wolf Scout. Immaculate skills, the wolf's lone aim. No price too high, his heart aflame. Yet wayward efforts brought no gain, a futile vision, all in vain. Among the wolf guais, there was a young one, ambitious and always seeking rapid progress on the path of Tao. However, his time spent expanded. Where was I? However, his time spent practicing was short, and his skills remained shallow. He couldn't yet grasp the deeper teachings of his clan, leaving him impatient. One day, during his routine patrol, he carried a cask of fine wine. As he passed the mountain gate, he encountered the gatekeeper, Bolgard, who had a weakness for liquor. Eager to learn, the young wolf shared the wine with Bolgard and seized the opportunity to inquire about secret techniques. Partaken in wine, feeling compelled, Bolgard taught him a few tricks. Rejoicing, the young wolf hurried home to practice. Now, I'm not sure if these are like, like sort of miniaturized myths taken from older myths or like derived from older myths, or whatever, or if these are fully original to the game. I feel like it might be a mix of both, probably. But if I remember to, I'll look into it deeper and like put up a little thing discerning whether which of the three possibilities it could be. Aside from him, though, we have Wolf's Sworn Sword. Messenger of wit, wrapped in white attire, in sludge they crawl, yet yearn for hire. Bent to power, king's favor they seek, where even lowly fowls may peek. a white-robed wolf guai, patrolling the hills, seized a sword from a traveler. Jewels studded its scabbard, its blade sharp and bright. Coveting it, he strapped the sword to his side, reveling in its splendor. Yet, when it was time to give tribute, he hid it away. The other guais chided. Without offering such treasures to the king, how will you earn his favor? Or do you fancy patrolling forever? The wolf guai scoffed. Such treasures we cherish, the king barely notices. You offer scrap metal and dream of favor? You are fools. They dismissed his words, seeing them as mere excuses to shirk his duty, while they toiled on. The wolf guai indulged in peaches and drank wherever he could lay his hands on them, keeping the very best for himself. The others knew his punishment would come, and waited. One day, the Black Wind King held a lecture on Buddhism in the mountains, speaking of enlightenment and revival. His guardians spread paper talismans, and all were commanded to consume them before the chanting and prayers. Hours later, the king inquired about their enlightenment. A pause fell. Then the white-robed wolf guai stood, and there emerged others, one by one. The next day, a decree was issued to the guardians. The wolf guai was promoted to a minor captain. All the other guais, puzzled, whispered among themselves. How had the wolf guai not only escaped punishment, but found himself rewarded? Interesting. And Wolf Stalwart. Neither sky cares nor earth will hold. By liquor's laugh, bold spirits unfold. In drunken dreams, a cosmos wide, wake with worries, cast aside. Rare was the revelry for the minor guais who patrolled the mountain paths, their delights not granted, but taken in human guise, thieving sustenance from unsuspecting townsfolk. The charade proved fleeting, for the villagers grew wise to their deceit, and the guais, oft caught mid-bite, were met with the town's rugged justice, deterring their mischief. Among them was a wolf guai with a penchant for drink, who, on a day of indolence, lay beneath an ancient tree. Suddenly, an elder wolf, cloaked in feathers of a crane, appeared to him, asking, "Why forsake your patrol for idleness?" The wolf guai sighed. "I long for drink, but the townsfolk see through me. I am left to quench my thirst only in my dreams." The elder chuckled as he whispered a secret. "Seek the shrine. Conceal yourself behind the curtains, and the sacred spirit's liquor shall be yours to drink." Then, with a shift of form, he vanished. Wavering in doubt, the wolf guai transformed and hurried to the town shrine. There, veiled behind curtains, a sacred effigy stood, its origins unknown. The altar, laden with delectable offerings and fine spirits. As advised, he nestled himself between the curtains, indulging in the liquor until his belches betrayed him to the gathering crowd in the shrine. Trapped between the curtains, the wolf guai listened as a voice rang out. "The wine jar I offered is empty. Our tributes were received." A chorus of prayers erupted, beseeching favor from the immortals. From that day forth, folks from miles around flocked to the shrine, affording the demon endless drink. But as days passed, the once delightful treat turned bitter, and those prayers, be them pietous or greedy, weighed heavily upon him with helplessness. One day, unable to endure the bitterness any longer, the wolf guai burst from behind the curtains, hoisting the jar and smashing it on the altar amidst the screams of onlookers. With a deafening crash, he suddenly awoke beneath the tree. No shrine, no incense, no crowd around. With a tired sigh, he took up his axe and set off to patrol the mountains once more. Interessante. We'll unlock more of those as we encounter more enemies and more bosses and whatnot. Should be fun! So we got B for rolling, A for jumping, light attack, heavy attack, oop, and we are being guided forward towards something. A shrine!
What you waiting for? Pluck your hair and make an offer!
keeper of Black Wind Mountain have long been waiting for your arrival. Ah, his spitting image, I'd say. Up ahead is Guan Yin Temple. Once it was bustling with worshippers, before it was ruined by that fire. Then the temple was rebuilt. What good is it to rebuild a temple if the goodwill of men has been burnt to ashes? You've forgotten this place, but they haven't forgotten you. Oh, it's a tough one. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Guardian of the Black Wind Mountain. Anyways, so these shrines are going to be serving as our respawn points, our bonfires, as it were, and the whole motif of Monkey plucking one of his hairs and transforming it into something else. That's an ability Sun Wukong had, part of his shape-shifting abilities, which he used very, very often, which was very fun, and he got into a lot of fun business with it. So it is very fun to have our protagonist already have a similar ability of just plucking hairs and turning them into random shit. Anyways, we're going to rest, restore our conditions, and replenishes our gourd. Also respawns enemies, as all bonfires do. Then we have Trailblazer's Gifts. Oh, I think those are because I like what I pre-ordered, or no, Chinese New Year gifts. Yeah, sure, I'll collect them, but I'm probably not gonna use them. So we will leave. Out of curiosity, what is it? 3 or 4 point focus point and attack mine increases movement speed and reduces TMK. Wow. Huh. Alright, well, that's stuff we can... I don't know. I doubt I'll be using this, but... who knows, maybe I will later on in the game. Kind of want to just stick with the basic equipment for now. We did get Incense Trail Talisman. Using this talisman shall immediately free the soul from the body and guide it back to the last Keeper Shrine visited for resurrection. Tiny piece of gold. Its origin indiscriminable. Perhaps some trade can be done at the Keeper Shrine. Yarn, stones, spirits, bunch of just items and whatnot. I don't think we've unlocked the merchant just yet for the trading, but we will soon. Coconut wine, each sip restores 30% of maximum health. That's our restorative, our Estus flask. Aged ginseng is believed that which bears the semblance of human shape doth possess a kindred spirit. This can be used to make medicines, part of our like buffs and stuff, which we'll get into later on once we truly unlock those. Pine shaded temple, landscapes painted in hues, the world inked with grace, so delicate and vivid. One wonders which master's hand crafted such marvel. Curious that is. Can examine it a little bit, but it's not fully unfurled. Alrighty, let's continue onwards. Hello there. You guys go down pretty easy. Clicking your left analog stick allows us to run. Now we're in the Forest of Wolves. Guys aren't all that difficult to beat. Now, this game's actually pretty open. There's a lot of areas to explore, so we're going to be going all over the place. Gather. Exploration is kind of similar to like... I I guess Sekiro would be the best way, comparable in terms of like how the map is laid out and how you can explore it and stuff, and your ability to traverse it. Combat is very different, far more similar to. Oh well, I don't know actually, because I do feel like this game takes a lot of notes from Sekiro, even though the combat is much, much easier in my opinion. That's mostly due to how much more varied your combat styles in this game are in comparison to Sekiro. But, yeah. Sekiro is a game that I am considering maybe playing one day, although, I don't know. I have a complicated relationship with Sekiro. I don't enjoy it as much as I do the other Souls games, if only because I just don't jive with its combat system as well as I do the other ones, but that's a whole other game. This is Black Myth Wukong, not Sekiro. We do have a Crowhead Man. Dude seems pretty tough. I'm gonna have to be very careful. To try and charge up. Oh. Get that. There we go. And he's down. Oh. Alright, that's our block. Slash deflect, such whichever. LB is what lets us drink our coconut wine. Restore some health. Purple Lingji. I don't think there's anything else over here. We have a soul thing over here. Going to gather. More will. Could always use more of every possible resource. We got a frog dude over here. Yeah, new lesser guai. Yeah, guai. Oh. Don't think there's anything down that way, is there? Nope. Hello there. There we go. Smackety smack smack. Flower. Gentian. Oop. Hello there. That guy just vanished. Where'd you go, buddy? Seems we can't follow him. How mysterious. Oh well. Nice. Verdant forest. Oh, hello there. Kill you. Get more will. Kill you. There we go. Annihilate all enemies. Destroy all targets. Now we got the Bulgard. Our first mini-boss. Ooh. Back off, do some healing. Now this game mostly relies on dodging, for now at least. We don't have any of our abilities that would allow us to counter attacks just yet. Oh, jeez.
It's been a while, but the immobilize spell still works like a charm. Since you hail from Mount Huaguo, it won't hurt to teach you a handy trick. Now, here we go. Give me your hand.
Immobilize. A simple hand gesture can bind the enemy in place. Our very first spell. And it's a pretty good one.
There you go. Should you come across any miscreants, just point your finger at them and release this spell. You'll be able to hold them in place while giving yourself a breather. Sadly, mine is but a humble trick. Its power will wear off within a few short moments. Though it's good enough against boneheads like this one. Anyway, just consider it an ace up your sleeve. No! The Yaoguais these days know no manners! Fear not. Teach them a lesson with your new spell!
Ooh. Wouldn't let me cast it. I think I tried, but then he smacked me out of it, and then I didn't regen. Oh well. Anyways, that immobilize spell will immobilize opponents for like a few, like he said, a few short moments. Not very long. It's mostly meant as like a way to, I think once we unlock stun, it's like can extend stuns, but it can also essentially be used to allow yourself to dodge an attack that you are otherwise not confident in being able to dodge, that kind of thing. Very useful skill. Pretty good first one. And because there's not really any mana or anything like this, just cooldowns, we can spam it as much as we want. Now, the bigger and tougher the enemy, the less, I guess, the shorter amount of time it'll hold them down. Regular enemies like that, this ability can hold down for a pretty good while and essentially let you completely destroy the enemy all the way through. Otherwise, though, it'll only hold for a short time, and the cooldown is pretty, not extremely lengthy, but it's a pretty good amount of time, so unless you're really in trouble, you might want to just save it. That wasn't really confident I'd dodge that, so I instead did that to 1, let me just move out of the way, and 2, allow me to get a full strike off so I could stun him, knock him down, making him easy to take out. Very good. Now, when we die, you kind of have to defeat enemies to like reclaim your will or souls or whatever you want to call it, at least I believe. I don't fully remember how it all works in this game, but honestly, we're only just starting out, so we're not too worried about deaths and whatnot. We do have self-advancement, like skill points and whatnot, up to gain sparks, and awaken more abilities and spells. Sparks will not be lost upon resurrection. So yeah, I think it's like when you get downed, you'll lose experience, but once you gain a spark, you can't lose it once you have it. Right, so this would be the map, which we will fully unlock as time goes on. Self-advancement, we have foundation and staff stances and spells. So this will allow us to upgrade Immobilize. Each talent level monitor increases damage dealt to immobilized enemies. Hitting an immobilized enemy with the light attack slightly extends the duration of the next immobilization inflicted upon them. This effect is stacked up to 5 times. Foundation. Each talent level moderately reduces the stamina cost of sprinting, stamina cost of dodging. Talent level significantly increases the engaged distance of light attack starter, which means we can start light attacks from further away. Staff spin, moving forward while using staff spin, initiates mobile spin. The destined one, right, okay, so we're called the destined one. Destined one spins a staff around his body, deflecting projectiles. Each talent level moderately increases maximum health and increases maximum stamina. So, we're going to get this starting off, just because this is a good ability to start with. And then, we're going to level this and this. Just to get started. Honestly, from what I recall playing, I think investing in Foundation first is a good idea, just to build your basic stuff up, your basic stats first. And from there, as you build it up more and more, you can switch to staff stances and the spells to upgrade them all further. There is a lot of upgrading in this game, which is good. Means you can build an extreme variety of builds, and there are a lot of ways to increase your power so that you can overcome any challenge. We have not yet found another shrine yet, so we will keep on going. And that yellow bar at the bottom left, if you'll see, that's our stamina bar. Pretty generous size starting out. Nine-capped Lingji.
Is that a monkey or am I just seeing?
Nope, it's a monkey. Now, obviously, I'm not proficient in Chinese or anything, or, sorry, Mandarin. So I'm probably not going to be pronouncing most things correctly, but I am going to give it my best shot. So forgive me in advance if there are things I don't pronounce correctly. Right, and those frog guys, once you kill them, move away, because they explode. And they can inflict poison. Jade Lotus. Good to get our hands on as many resources as we can. Nothing up here. Oh. Aged Ginseng. God. This area is so pretty. I really love forests as like a setting. Just the verdant green and the sort of just calming atmosphere almost, while also having like hints of mystery, and if you add some fog in, it just like makes it all mysterious and stuff. Just, I love forests, and I love the variety of forest settings. You can include stuff like this, just like braziers and stuff, and just feels so fitting. I love it. It's one of my favorite settings. Ooh, look at that guy.
Your face looks familiar.
Oh, does it? If it did, then you'd be dead. So it can't look familiar to you. I don't know if the Yagwais can actually die or if they just are temporarily beaten and resurrect. Over here, we have a meditation spot. Meditate. Meditation is good for the soul. How soothing. And we get a spark for it. Yay! Can't jump down there. do have these pots, which are breakable. Big old teapots. Break them. Break all of them. Get some will out of them. Sneak into here. I think we have a shrine coming up. I believe that's what this stuff indicates, a nearby shrine. Yes, it do. Oh, wrong button. Offer incense. Alrighty. Let's do some self-advancement. Reignite the sparks. And as you can see in the center, reclaim all sparks at once. If we hold Y, it basically just allows us to completely reset all of our sparks so we can redistribute them. Pretty sure we can just do it as many times as we want. I'll have to double check that later on, but I'm fairly certain we can just do it over and over again if we need to. We have Intrepid Lunge, which would allow us to quickly engage the enemy. Let's see. Yeah, let's get that. Because we want to minimize the cost of dodging, because dodging is a very important aspect of the combat system in this game. Now we have a store where we can buy some things. Evil repelling medicine upon use considerably increases damage reduction. Body cooling powder removes burn state and increases burn resistance, which would be useful. Alleviating medicine cures poison. We have stone spirit, which is used for crafting weapons, which will be very good for later on. Yarn is used for crafting armors. Ginseng. All of these are ingredients for alchemy and potions and whatnot. And I do believe that's all of those. Yeah, and then we just have different tabs separating them into different bits. We do have tiny pieces of gold that we can sell for different amounts of will. For now, though, I don't think we need any of this just yet, so we can save it all. I'm going to rest. And I do believe that is going to do it for us for today.
Hey,
Oh,
wait!
never mind.
You don't think you can just parade in, do you? It's not that simple. Let me transform you into a golden cicada, so you may follow the fires ahead and scout this mountain unnoticed. Fly! It might be humble, but my shrine is very versatile. You'll get it soon.
Thanks, old man. Well, I wasn't really planning on this, but yeah, sure. Let's go.
In the depths of Black Wind Mountain, there are secrets galore. The cicada form may help you explore, but be warned, this form does not last forever. Should you find yourself lost, just follow my voice. Now, off you go.
Rusted mount is roaming again.
So up ahead, we've got some more wolves. Over here, we've got a big guy. This dude is pretty tough. He can be a pain in the ass to try and kill. Might give it a go. Might not. Oop! Okay, well, I did not mean to immediately challenge him. Yeah, this dude's pretty powerful, though. It'll be pretty difficult. Yeah. Yeah, that fight always takes me a few attempts. Oh well. Right then. I believe this is where we're going to end things for today. Next time, we'll continue our journey deeper into the Black Wind Mountain Forest. We might try and take on that big guy again. See if we can maybe take him out. No, he's guarding the way forward. And then there's I think the Wolf King, whatever his name is, I forget exactly. But I also believe he is somewhere around here, maybe. And maybe we'll also take him on. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me on the journey so far. Leave a like and a comment down below if you've enjoyed what you've seen here. I hope you are as excited for this new Let's Play as I am. And I hope to see you all next time. Peace out.